this is Professor Benjamin, and the objective of this video is to give you a walkthrough of your midterm exam. So the midterm exam will be a kind of a bunch of different things that you have to perform. So number one, the midterm exam will have some multiple choice, some matching in terms of terms from our class. The second thing is you will definitely need to know how to do a timeline. You also will need to know how to do a PA docket search. So using the PA docket search system, you'll have to be able to do a docket search and answer some questions on that. The other thing you will definitely need to know how to do is percentage, calculations, etc. using a data set that I give you. So the data set actually is found right here in the midterm exam portal, and I highly suggest that you have the midterm data set downloaded before you start the midterm exam. So have this downloaded, and then of course you're going to do your calculations and upload your data set to the exam portal. So you'll definitely need to know how to save as the document into Excel format so that you can upload that document. So you cannot upload a PDF. You have to upload so that I can see how you performed your calculations for the midterm exam. So this is a review sheet, and I'm going to walk you through that in a second. We've also made a little Quizlet for you, which is just kind of like flashcards, digital flashcards that walk you through some of the terms that will be on the midterm exam. Here's the data set, and here's the midterm. So quickly, the midterm, you are only given an hour and 20 minutes to complete the midterm exam. So you want to make sure that you are, in a safe space where you have an hour and 20 minutes to give to the midterm exam. You only get one chance. There's no makeups for the midterm exam. There are no extensions. There are no my computer froze, any of that. You need to make sure that you have a reliable internet connection and you're ready to go for the midterm exam. Some students in the class will be given certain questions. Some students will be given other questions. The other thing is that once the exam is over, you will not be able to see the whether the questions were right or the exam. Okay, so you want to make sure that you finish the exam, and that's it for the exam. I will release the correct answers after the exam, and of course I will give you feedback on your midterm exam. So that's kind of the basis for the midterm exam. Here's the review sheet. I want to tell you right now that we've decided not to use Smart Draw on the midterm exam because it's just a little cumbersome for you to create a crime scene in the specific amount of time that we have. So we will not be doing a Smart Draw assignment. So just so you know that. So number one, you need to know how to do a PA docket search. So make sure you know how to read a docket, decipher charges, court states, all of that. So you need to know how to download the docket and look at the docket to be able to access the information that we would like you to extract from the dockets, okay? You need to know how to do a timeline. And when I say a timeline, I gave a lot of you feedback on your timelines. Your timeline will be created. I'll give you a timeline, one or two different types of timelines. I'll give you those timelines. The timeline that you need to do will be in your exam. You need to do it in PowerPoint, and then you need to upload that timeline. Make sure it's not in a list. Make sure that you have the date and the title. All the specifications are on the midterm exam, and make sure that you have some sort of sense to your timeline. You're not just putting dates and times. Make sure it's set up in a way that's a timeline, not just dots. Make sure that we understand what you're trying to do by your timeline, whether you show the murders in one color and something else in another color. Make sure that everything is cohesive. And I've given you all feedback on your timelines, so go back and look at your old timelines that you submitted in this class and look at the feedback that I've given you and try and make those changes so that you know how to quickly create a timeline for the midterm exam. You need to know how to also do countifs, percentages, ranges. You need to know how to do all those calculations in a short period of time. I will tell you what I want you to calculate for on the midterm exam. Some of them will be multiple choice. Some of them will be calculations where you have to upload the Excel spreadsheet. You also need to be familiar with the other terminology, and a lot of this terminology was covered in in the first module in the PowerPoint. So go back to the first module, and in the PowerPoint, there's a lot of this is covered in there. So if you go right here to Justice 131 and the Fourth Amendment, a lot of this material is covered in there. So make sure you do that. Also, if you look here, this is, remember how you do the PA docket search. So you want to make sure you have that. So here are the warrant requirements. So this deals with the Fourth Amendment: cell phones, familial DNA, Stingray, Advantage Play, automatic license plate readers, facial recognition, cell site locator, Riley versus California, and United States versus Carpenter. You want to know those cases. And if you see here, we've kind of made up a little bit of a Quizlet for you under the midterm exam to help you prepare for the midterm exam. So if you click here, you're going to open this in a new window, and there's a little Quizlet here. So Professor Canaperi was so nice to make this for us that we could use this, okay? So this is kind of helping you with the Quizlet, okay? So here are the different cards and then what these terminology mean, okay? So you want to make sure that you take a look at the Quizlet and you use that to help you. Like, see, it gives you kind of the name and then the term as well as the definition, okay? So Quizlet is a wonderful little option for you to use as well to prepare for the midterm exam. So again, you get 1 hour and 20 minutes to take the midterm exam. You need to make sure you're ready to take the midterm exam. Make sure you're not working on anything else. You have 1 hour and 20 minutes to give to the midterm exam. You get one chance within the dates to take the midterm exam. Some students will be given some questions, some will be given others. So it's probably best for you just to sit in your space for 1 hour and 20 minutes and work on the midterm exam. And after the midterm exam is when I'll release the correct answers. I also will give you some feedback. Make sure you upload your assignment. Make sure you're going to be uploading a PowerPoint. You're going to be uploading an Excel file. And then you're going to be answering the questions. And you don't have a lot of time to do this, so it's really important that you are familiar with how to create and how to complete these assignments in a timely fashion. Remember, there are no excuses, there are no extensions, and if your computer freezes or something like that, you need to make sure that you have you're in a great space to have this happen, okay? If you have any questions, make sure you reach out, but I hope this gave you a good overview of the midterm exam, and good luck to you.